Zach, when you talk about the ULM defense this year, you only have 4 starters back from last season, so there are going to be a lot of new faces. But after going through spring ball and all that, what do you think about this year's defensive unit?
Really impressed, and more just seeing that like the younger guys that are having to step up, are ready to step up, and ready to bring a good program and help us in the defensive area.
Got a new defensive coordinator in Vic Koenig. How is his defensive scheme maybe different, and how can he best kind of utilize the talent that you do have on that side of the ball?
The biggest difference I see, not as much as blitzing as last year, but then with what he brings, like I keep saying, is more of a veteran, more mindset, and more being able to pick his brain and being able to ask more questions because he's been through more situations in that sense of area.
How important is to have some key figures back on that defensive line, especially guys who played a lot of ball like Caleb Thomas and Quincy Ledet?
Oh, a lot, because like those are my guys. And without a D-line, linebacker ain't nothing. So yeah, it's a good being able to come back and having a year under my belt playing with them, being able to know what Caleb gonna do, because I know like being able to play with him, being able to know what Quincy gonna do, and it just helps me play faster and smarter.
Talk about the linebacker core. Obviously there's some new faces there, but who are some of the potential playmakers that the fans can look for?
Oh, definitely Quay Drake, we got Fitz, we got my guy from Arizona, and then also we got Traylon Thomas.
And obviously the back end's important too, because those guys have got to get after it. But Jabari Johnson's really the only one back. But you've got some other guys back there that have some starting experience.
Yes, sir. We got Lou, Callie, but also from the freshman that I'm really impressed with, Lou.
Nice. We'll talk about what will this defense have to do to set the team up for success. Obviously you guys want to create some takeaways, get some negative plays. But for this team that has success this year, what do you guys have to get done defensively?
Really from doing exactly the opposite we did last year, in the sense of getting off the field on third down. When it's third and long, we got to make team pay. We got to get off the field anytime it's third and long, anytime it's third and short. And also, like you said, get the ball. I feel like we just got to get the ball way more this year.
Obviously, this is your last year. I'm sure there's a sense of urgency and a sense of unfinished business from last year because you sat there at 4-3 with the 5 games left.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what has to be done to be able to take that next step.
Really finish. Like in the games like Texas State, Arkansas State, games like those where it's like, oh, we should have won, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. But it's like in no game, you just got to finish. You got to finish when you got a team down. You got to go ahead and put them down at the end of the game. It's just never like that.
Obviously, this is your second year in the program now. Are you more comfortable in that leadership role, and do you even feel like you can extend yourself perhaps even more?
Definitely. Thank you, Lord, for the season I had last year. That definitely boosted me up a lot more to take on that leadership role and to being like, okay, hey, now that you kind of proving yourself to your teammates and proving yourself to your coaches, now lead everybody else in the right direction.
How would you define success for this team this year?
Oh, like I keep saying, winning the conference and going boldly. There's nothing else. Winning the conference and going boldly.
I want to talk to you about your other team rep down here in New Orleans, Boogie Knight. As a defensive player, what do you appreciate most about his skill?
His skill, his quickness. Quick is easy to get out of his break, and just watching and like everybody keeps saying his work ethic. His work ethic is crazy.